So the video I posted last week was actually made a month ago, but I posted it 2 months. Like it's now been 2 months since my last video, and I would just like to formally apologize. I have been trying to get content out, but not that I've run out of ideas. I've just run out of motivation because I'm neurodivergent. Um, so like I was very hyper fixated on my YouTube, but I am definitely trying to get back into it because I love doing it. But yeah, I need like a dopamine hit, so like I just need to get that motivation up. Anyway, this is a part two to my last video where I'll be talking about my OCI Yumi because I love him. Also, my post persona will be changing because my art style changed again. I know I'm full of shit. And go check out my Instagram and check out my commissions. I have a Ko-fi and PayPal, so please check me out. Let's go with the video now.
What was I yapping about? Yes. My handy dandy OCA Umi and his new ref sheet because I redrew him in my new art style because I had to. Anyways, my baby boy is very precious to me. I've had him for a little while, like 2 years or something now, and I really love his design overall. I kind of want to break down some of his design elements. So, he's still an MHAOC even though I'm less in the fandom, and the fandom is low-key kind of shit and toxic and disgusting. Okay, maybe those aren't the correct words, but yeah. His design consists of a fin on his back, which I rarely draw because it's hard to get him from certain angles, a huge tail, and some arm fins, like elbow fins, and he's got like pointy ears to kind of represent fins, but also just shark likeliness. He's got an industrial piercing, a helix one, he's got a bite mark in one of his ears, and he's got 2 hoops in his lobes. He is a blue tiger shark, or a blue shark, whatever you kind of want to say. His hero costume is supposed to just be generally based off a wetsuit, and when I draw him outside the fandom, I normally just draw him in his hero costume because it's just the funnest thing to draw, with his little cropped hoodie, which has spikes all over it, and like teeth, and it's just a wetsuit because like scuba divers and stuff. But when he does go in the water, he does turn into a merman, but that's kind of like by choice. He doesn't like, it's not like H2O where he touches water and he just instantly merman. But also kind of the differences between the first design and the new design is mostly my art style, to be honest, because most of his design has actually stayed the same. I've updated his pants a little bit, so like he's got shark teeth on his pants that are more prominent than in the first one. His new shoes on his new hero suit have like teeth at the bottom because I just love adding the teeth motif to it because why not? And his colors stay mostly the same. His hair is a bit more emo. Also, his school uniform is literally just the My Hero Academia school uniform, but I don't think it really matters, like, what the colours I would have picked if I was designing a thing to kind of match everything, but it is okay. I made sure to give him big pockets because I love having big pockets, so. Also this is something I believe I talked about in my first one, but he is trans, but he's also kind of like a self-insert persona OC, by the way, except I look nothing like him. I just love sharks and wanted to make a shark OC, so he's not 100% there, but I love him nonetheless, and I added a drawing to this that I'm pretty sure has flashed past by now, but of him as a shark in a bathtub that I spent, like, I was up to 12 o'clock working on, like, that part of it. I was, like, up to 12, it was, like, 12 or 1 or 2 in the morning or something like that, and, I was just like, I want to get this done, so it looks kind of like shit now that I'm looking back on it, but I don't think it 100% matters, because regardless, I love, Ayumi, and I love how this is his ref sheet, by the way, because I post all my stuff on my Instagram. I posted it on my Instagram because I kind of push MHA out there. I post all my art there, so you should definitely go check that out, again, in the description and probably on the screen. I love him, and I love how I drew his tail. I love how it kind of curls around. It's very nonsensical, but that's why I love it. So I love his hair and his casual outfit. I just love how his casual outfit turned out the best, I think. Like, I just love his casual outfit the best. And I also love drawing bathrooms, which is why I decided to draw a bathroom and him in a bathtub for this one. Anyway, he doesn't actually look like that as a shark anymore. The next part is actually him as a shark, like when he's like merman, so he doesn't look like this much like this anymore. That's in the next one, in the next speed paint. And I basically just love him. He is a bit of a self-insert, but that's okay, and I love self-insert OCs. There's a whole video about it, self-insert and personas on my channel. You should check that out. My sister's input's also in there, but screw her. Anyways, moving on to how he looks like as a merman. So this is the start of this, obviously, this whole section is Ayumi as a merman. I drew this for, I don't remember why. I think I just kind of wanted to see how he would actually look as a merman. So I decided to, like, actually draw it because I hadn't visually planned it out much. I know I did have a drawing of him as a merman in the last video, but that was more just to show the ship art I had of him in Kirishima, but he looks a bit different. This is, like, the official, like, reference for if I was going to go back and look at any Ayumi as a merman art, I would look at this one. Spent a lot of time on his body, just trying to, because he is shirtless as a merman, if that isn't obvious. Yeah, so he is shirtless as a merman, so obviously he's gonna be shirtless, and he kind of has, like, gills on the sides of his X, and on his neck he's got a few extra fins. He does have a back fin, again, did not want to draw that. He's got side fins, like, all down. The only thing I would change is probably his tail. His tail's the thing that's probably changed the most throughout, like, all his iterations, is his tail. Oops, sorry, I just knocked the mic, guys. But then, as you can see in this one, his stripes are a lot more like, not a vibrant blue, because I did not want to do that vibrant blue anymore, and I should make sure to show his trans scars because we love it. And then the final, like, section of this video is actually going to be something like a different turn from Ayumi, because I wanted to talk about a few more characters I had, so I'm going to talk about them next. So the last thing I want to talk about is not actually Ayumi, is some of my other OCs that I have for my own original story called Heroes Aren't Made. I'm gonna go into a bit of lore about it, but basically, this is a comic I am somewhat working on. I say somewhat because I'm basically just working on character designs at the moment and just trying to flesh out the story and the lore and the world building around the world that they actually live in. What the fuck? I just heard something in my earball. Anyways, yeah, so these two characters I'm drawing are actually boyfriends, and that's all I'm gonna tell you. But the shorter one that's punching the other dude, elbowing the other dude in the face, his name is Sawyer Woodland. He's one of my oldest characters. He's actually older than Ayumi, and I'm gonna go into a more in-depth video about him after. And his boyfriend that he is elbowing in the face is Leo, and Leo, if you can tell, is a vampire. So you're like, oh my god, I know what your story is about. Obviously it's about a vampire and a human. It's not. I'll tell you now, it's not. Anyways, I just wanted to add this at the end to see if anyone would actually be interested in learning about them, because this is a superhero based story. So if you are, tell me in the comments. But here's a little speed paint about them, and I genuinely love them. And yes, Sawyer is missing an arm. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and please tell me anything you'd like in the comments. Anyways, bye-bye, peeps.